Welcome, foolish mortals, to another episode of the HitchHiking Hosts Show. I am your ghost host, Wes Troop, and this week we are back with a whole lot of news. First, starting over in Disneyland, then heading over to Walt Disney World, and then a little bit of gloating from the Universal Resort in Orlando. So, we got a lot to cover this week, so let's get to stepping. Earlier this year in Cars Land over at Disney's California Adventure Park, the Luigi's Flying Tires attractions closed its doors. We knew a replacement was coming, but no other information was provided. It's been announced Luigi's Rollickin Roadsters will be opening in the space early next year. The new attraction will have guests dancing with Luigi and his cousin Cugini, who's visiting from Italy, in case you couldn't tell. The new ride will feature new ride vehicles and a new ride system, and will celebrate Race Day in Radiator Springs by sharing the dances of the town with riders. Oh, I hope it's the Gangnam Style. Anyway, or the Macarena. Anyway, not much else is known about the ride. Disney didn't give out much info. It sounds interesting. What you can pull from that. It'll probably be better than the flying tires, chances are. We talked about the flying tires on here before. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was one of those once and done type things for me. I did it and I didn't really have any interest going on again. But so we'll have to see how this goes. Not much info is known about it, but I'll give you more when I hear more. Now we're going to make our way over to Walt Disney World, and over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, Fantasmic has gotten a small update. If you look closely during what I call the Dancing Bubbles segment, where they show clips from Disney movies in bubbles with music, you'll notice images from Tangled, The Princess and the Frog, and Frozen have been added in with the usual Disney classics shown in the segment. And I must say, it's about time they updated that, because you're like, Hercules? Really? That was like the last movie that's in there that I think Hercules or Mulan are the last couple movies that were in there. You're like, anything from this decade in there? No, okay, whatever. Anyway, there have also been rumors going around that more updates could be coming to the show in the next year as well. And I would be down for that too, because I've seen the Hollywood Studios Fantasmic at least 5 times. And I know a lot of people that go often to Disney World will skip Fantasmic once in a while, because it's a good show, and everyone knows I like the Disneyland version better. But every time I've gone, I've seen Fantasmic every vacation since they started doing it. So it's still a must for me, but I would like to see a little more, some new stuff added to it. That would be nice. I have no problems with that. I wish they could do that with a lot of the other stage shows that I've seen 7-8 times. Update the thing, Those who have been to Walt Disney World in the past years have seen a more structured way of meeting characters, having to stand in set queues or buildings for the meet and greet. I'm excited to announce, officially, that at least a few Roman characters will be returning. Roaming, not Roman, sorry. First off, for the limited time test run, Flynn Rider has literally been running around Fantasyland asking guests if they've seen Maximus, there's a Roman name, or Running from Trouble. Unfortunately, with this guest experience, he won't have time to sign autographs, books, or take a picture. Well, what good is it? It's cool for the whimsy. Also, through August 19th, Snow White and Mary Poppins will be popping up in Main Street's West Plaza Gardens at the Magic Kingdom to greet guests. Yeah, when I was a kid, we're going to go all the way back to 95 to my first trip. I remembered you could just... They had the characters pretty sprawled out. I remember meeting Minnie Mouse in the gardens on Main Street, and the lines were not long. I met Mickey outside somewhere at Hollywood Studios. I met Friar Tuck? Yeah, and the Sheriff of Nottingham in Fantasyland. Those were all like walk-ups that you could just see them. I don't know. I guess they've just been really strict over the last few years. Like, even the ones that don't have buildings, you have to meet Peter Pan at a certain spot in Adventureland. He doesn't wander. He just goes right from the employee entrance to exit, And if you're a Disney World fan and you've only been in the last few years, that's all you know. But those who have gone to Disneyland know how much cooler it is when the characters just walk around. I mean, you walk into the park when the Disneyland opens, and Daisy Duck is right there, and Pluto is running around, and Mickey Mouse is walking around, and you're like, holy crap, if this was Disney World, this would be mass chaos. Obviously they don't have like Anna and Elsa walking around in Disneyland, but Peter Pan and Captain Hook have sword fights throughout Fantasyland. Alice and the Mad Hatter just walk around just to talk. And like I said, Mad Hatter wished me a happy birthday just walking around. I love that whimsy of the characters just walking around. I saw Cinderella come out and just randomly start taking kids over and form a line. There was no one there to order people around. It was worked fine. So I don't know why Disney World can't do that, because Disneyland's crowds get about just as high as Magic Kingdom's at some times, but yet they somehow figure it out. So yeah, I'm really down to see more random character greetings. I don't know. It seems too structured at Disney World. So I'm very glad to hear that they're going back to that. Hopefully, I guess these are limited time test runs to see how it works, to make sure Flynn Rider doesn't get like knocked out by a mom or something for not stopping to take a picture with her daughter or something. Take a selfie with my daughter, you son of a... Yeah, anyway. Over in Future World at Epcot, Innoventions East is set to get an update with a new exhibit coming this fall called Colortopia. Hopefully that's not anything like Autotopia, or I'll fall asleep. While there's no information what the exhibit will actually include, it will be sponsored by Glidden Paint. And that is literally all the information I have about that, but I figured I should at least mention it. Yeah, Innovations West is pretty much done till they get something new in there. It's closed, but I think that's where all the charging port stuff is where you can charge your ports and take a drink or something, like they have where the Captain Jack Sparrow thing used to be in Hollywood Studios. But yeah, Innoventions East will be getting this new exhibit. It will be a hands-on thing to do with paint. So look out for that. Alright, in the continuation of getting ready for Christmas, Walt Disney World has announced the dates for this year's Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This year, the lights will be presented from November 6th to January 3rd for its 21st anniversary. And if you've never seen the lights, like me, I don't know if I'll get the chance to, but there has been talk about what's going to happen with that backlot section of the park, whether the movie backlot where they used to shoot the scenes will be taken or not, whatever the new attractions are that are coming back there, whether it be the Toy Story Playland or whatever might come back there. So this might be the last year for the dancing lights, which would be a shame, but things move on. If you visit Walt Disney World frequently or are an annual pass holder, you may be tired of getting a new Magic Band every time you book a trip, make a hotel reservation, or renew your pass. Disney has made it an option to pass on getting a new band each time. If you have an active Magic Band that is less than a year old, you can opt out of receiving a new one on the My Disney Experience website. You can select not to receive a Magic Band when purchasing theme park tickets or booking hotel reservations. This can only be done on the website and not the mobile app. So get it on your computer, get off your phone, sucker. Not if you're on it right now, obviously, but whatever. And is only available to guests whose Magic Bands are less than a year old. That would be me. Yeah, if you went like last June, you're screwed. But that's more likely for annual pass holders who every time they go and get renew their pass, or they book a hotel reservation, they get another Magic Band. I've seen people with 6 to 7 Magic Bands. Not at once, obviously. They look kind of sort of weird. But yeah, I could see how that could get annoying. Oh, this Magic Band was for this. This Magic Band was for that. This has my dining reservations. This one has my... So yeah, I could see that. Especially if you get the same color every time. So yeah, I could see why you just want one, but I'm wondering if they. I guess they easily can switch the hotels over. Like if I stayed at All Star Music last time. Let's say I would go next time, stay at the Boardwalk Inn. There's some dreaming. Or the Animal Kingdom Lodge, which I'm sure that'll be where I stay next time. But okay, I guess they can transfer all that information over. I'm sure they can. So that's interesting. So check that out next time if you don't want another Magic Band. Over at Downtown Disney, the United World Soccer Store has reopened once again. When it originally opened, it was located next to D Street, but moved earlier this year to make way for the Marvel Superhero Headquarters store. Because why wouldn't it? Marvel is much higher on my priority list than soccer. In fact, almost everything is. But if you're a soccer fan, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not, against you. I wouldn't punch you in the face. It moved to a kiosk near the Cirque du Soleil building. This past week, the United World Soccer Store had another grand opening at Downtown Disney's West Side. That's going to suck not to be able to say West Side anymore when it just becomes Disney Springs, where Hoi Polley had been located next to the Sunglass Hut. As I said before, I'm not a huge soccer fan. I wouldn't probably not go in the store because it doesn't scream out to me, come in and check me out. But if you're a soccer fan, there you go. And finally, we're gonna go over to that other park. Yeah. Universal has pulled off quite the coup. Quite the coup, Universal, you've done. Universal's Islands of Adventure Park was voted the top theme park in the world. In TripAdvisor's Traveler Choice Awards, based off of reviews TripAdvisor has received over the past year. So in other words, Universal forced their employees to vote and write fake reviews. I'm assuming that's what happened. SeaWorld's Discovery Cove, took second place. Did these people ever hear of a little thing called Blackfish? And the Magic Kingdom came in third. Oh, God. If any Universal park would have taken it this year, I would have thought it would have been the studios because of the new Diagon Alley that people are crapping their pants over. The Universal other park has been the same since 2011, basically. So whatever. But I got it this year. You guys know how I feel about all that. Never in my never will the words come out of my mouth that a Universal park is better than a Disney park. I don't care what they have. The statement will never come out of my mouth. That's just how I am, and that's how I've been since I've been little. Universal to me will always be second rate. Not a bad second rate. They have some good stuff, but no, Disney will always be number one to me. But evidently, a lot of Harry Potter fanatics don't feel that way. Islands of Adventure is a cool park. I will admit, there are a few things I like there. I like the Spider-Man ride. I like that whole Marvel section. Unfortunately, Disney can't do anything with Marvel in Florida because of it, but whatever. And I like the Jurassic Park section, of course, because Jurassic Park's one of my favorite movies. That is one of my favorite rides of all time. Toon Lagoon's pretty cool. But other than that, I'm not crazy about Harry Potter. And I know the fanatics love that land, but it's not my thing. It's not my bag, baby. And it's just mass chaos when I was there the last time. And I'm sure it's even worse now with the Diagon Alley section. So I just try to avoid that section. And, the rest is Lost Continent. Seuss Landing's okay. But, no way, in my opinion, is that the number one park in the world. No. But, whatever. To each his own. Well, that's all the time we've got for this week. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Don't forget, until next time, to subscribe right here, youtube.com/HitchHostShow. If you're listening to the show, or you want to listen to the show, you can by going to hitchhostshow.podbeam.com. We're also on iTunes, so you can download the podcast version through iTunes. If you want to listen to it on your way to work or, whatevs, while you're in the parks, that would be glorious. Although, I wouldn't listen to it while you're on a ride, because why would you? Anyway. And also, you can like the Facebook page, facebook.com/HitchHostShow. Follow the Twitter @HitchHostShow and Instagram @HitchHostShow. And I'm going to try to get my newest episode of Hitchhiking Hosts 101 up this week. Still covering 1955 Main Street, looking at the Plaza Pavilion. Which is now, of course, today, the Jolly Holiday Bakery. So, we'll see. Hopefully that'll go up this week. Until next time, don't forget to...
Hurry back,
for the next episode. See ya.